In this demo, we're going to generalize a computer using sysprep. So we're logging on to CL3. This is going to be our target computer. Notice his name, London CL3. And then we're going to do a bunch of dumb stuff that you would never do to a machine that you're going to generalize. We're going to add extraneous stuff. I'm going to create files. I'm going to delete files, which adds stuff to my recycle bin. Which is what we're doing now. We created a file for the purpose of deleting it, and we're going to go look, and sure enough, it's sitting there in recycle bin. Okay. Then we're going to do some other stuff. We're going to create a fake event that will display an event viewer. We're going to add an event, an error event with a ID of 1000 to the application log. And now let's go verify that our fake event has been added to event viewer. We'll take a look in there, and sure enough, our fake event shows up. It's right there. There's the details, my custom error, the exact same customized error text I had put in there. So that's currently in there. That doesn't need to be in the generalized machine that we use for deployment. Now let's take a look at the information about the user. Notice the SID, if you will. It ends in 1001. Remember that. But that's me, admin, with that particular SID. Okay, so we've done a bunch of dumb stuff to a machine that we're going to generalize for distribution. So now let's go into Windows System32 sysprep, and we're going to run the sysprep executable. Out-of-box experience, we're going to select the generalize option, which basically means take this thing down to bare metal and make it a truly generalized experience. Basically, this process is going to ideally remove all that dumb stuff that we did so that it's not there. Now, for purposes of this demo, I have grossly compressed the time frame because this process does take some time. I took all of that stuff out of there so this could get done in a timely fashion. So the computer formerly known as CL3 is booting, and it's asking us the out-of-box experience questions that we selected when we selected to run sysprep in the first place. So go ahead and accept the license agreement. We're actually going to do a domain join. We're not going to sign in with our Microsoft accounts. So we're going to use the username user. And you give them a password. And you verify the password. And you provide a password hint. We blow off Cortana. Take a look at the privacy settings. Change them if necessary. And then again, zip through this process, which in reality takes much longer than you're seeing it here. It might take several minutes, but it's not going to. First thing, notice if you will, the machine's name is not CL3 anymore. It's some randomized name. Notice the recycle bin is empty. Now let's go to Event Viewer and see if our bogus event that we created is still there. And when we go to the application log, yeah, it's not there. Well, you can scroll through that if you want, but that event that we created, not there. And finally, let's go to the run Who Am I? And we'll see I'm a different user, and notice the SID is different than the previous SID. This machine is generalized. Another successful demo. See you next time.